Hello, welcome to Claridew, where skincare is fun and easy. Today, I'm going to review the Sunplay Baby Mild SPF 35 PA 2+. Now let's get started. As you've known, sunscreen is the most important step of anyone's skincare routine. To help you choose a suitable sunscreen for you, I'm going to review all of the sunscreens by 5 criteria: ingredients, texture, color, how it wears, and price point. For each of these criteria, I'm going to give a score of 1 to 10. 1 is for unacceptable and 10 is for amazing. Just like its name, this is a watery, mild formula that is suitable for people with sensitive skin and is easily found in drugstores and supermarkets in Vietnam. Before applying the sunscreen, I'm going to apply my normal morning skincare routine, including toner, serum. Now I'm going to apply my moisturizer. First, I'm going to apply the PM Moisturizing Lotion from Cerave on this half of my face and the J.One Jelly Cream on this half of my face. If you don't know what products I usually use for my morning skincare routine, please check out my morning skincare video. Now let's get back to the sunscreen. This is a white milky fragrance-free sunscreen that is very easy to apply on the skin and blends right in, leaving a glowy finish and a slippery film. Okay, I just finished applying the sunscreen. My skin feels very soft and hydrated right now. It has a little bit of slipperiness and smoothness to it that I've never experienced with other sunscreens. Right now, my eyes are not stinging. I think for first impression, my skin is handling the sunscreen really well. It doesn't feel any tightness or dryness, nor does it feel oily or suffocated. It just feels very normal and hydrated. Okay, so now I'm going to go about the rest of my day and I'll be right back to check in with you at the end of the day. See ya! Okay, this is the end of the day. I'm going to wash my face and go to bed, but before that, let's check how my skin is doing. So right now, it still feels very soft, very hydrated, though it feels just a little bit itchy around my jawline and around this area. So my eyes are not stinging and my neck is not itching. I think it feels less hydrated than in the morning, but let's check the water and oil content. Now I'm going to measure the half of my face where I applied the Cerave PM Moisturizing Lotion. 43.5% water and 26.6% oil. Now I'm going to measure this side of my face where I applied the J.One Jelly Cream. 39.4% water and 30.6% oil. So on both half of my face, the oil content did increase a little bit, but water content did not change as much as other previous sunscreens that I used. So I feel like this sunscreen really does help to keep the moisture in the skin, and it really helps to nourish the skin. Though it feels a little bit itchy, I feel like this is much more comfortable than some of my other sunscreens based on my observations. Now let's create the sunscreen. First criteria, ingredients. This is a physical sunscreen that contains zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. These two filters can combat both UVA and UVB. This sunscreen has a silicone base. The first ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane. It also contains a few other silicone compounds to create a smooth and slippery texture. This is very similar to the base of the Sunplay Super Block that I reviewed earlier. It also contains vitamin C and E as antioxidants, sodium hyaluronic to hydrate the skin, and German chamomile extract to calm and soothe the skin. So for ingredient, I'm going to give it a score of 9 out of 10. It contains a good blend of filters that can combat both UVA and UVB. This sunscreen is also fragrance-free and alcohol-free, suitable for people with sensitive skin. However, this sunscreen has a silicone base that can create a suffocating feelings for some people. Category 2, texture. This sunscreen has a liquid texture that is very easy to apply and spread onto the skin. After applying, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to sink into the skin. However, it leaves a shiny and slippery film that doesn't go away and stays on the skin almost all day long. So for texture, I'm going to give it a score of 9 out of 10 as well. Category 3, color. This sunscreen has a white color. When applied onto the skin, the sunscreen blends in right away and doesn't leave any white cast. It looks very natural on the skin, like I'm wearing nothing. So for color, I'm going to give it a score 10 out of 10. However, this sunscreen will give a flashback of taking flash photography, or if I'm under strong and harsh light, it will give a white flash. Otherwise, it looks very natural and blends in seamlessly into the skin. Category 4, how it wears. So as you can see, my skin is a little bit glowy and shiny right now. The shiny and slippery film that is left on the skin after applying the sunscreen stays on all day long. My skin still feels a little bit slippery. However, it has dried down a little bit. My skin is still soft and still feels very hydrated. There are some spots that are feeling a little bit itchy, like my forehead or around the mouth, but my eyes are not stinging and my neck is not itchy. For me with dry skin, I feel like this is okay. For people with oily skin, I feel like this would be a little bit too suffocating. So for how it wears, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because it does feel a little bit slippery and it can be suffocating for a lot of people. Category 5, price point. This 30-gram bottle of sunscreen retails for about $12 on YesStyle, and on eBay I found it to be around $12 to $20. This is mid-tier price range for a sunscreen. This little bottle only lasts me for about 1 to 2 months, so that's why I'm giving it a score of 8 out of 10 for price point. The price of this sunscreen is much cheaper in Vietnam. It retails for only about $2 to $4. So if you see this in Asia, grab it. So in total, the Sunplay Baby Mild Sunscreen received a score of 43 out of 50. I think the sunscreen is very affordable and the light milky texture is very easy to spread, so it is suitable for daily use. For people with oily skin, I don't think this would work great because it can feel a little bit suffocating and it looks too glowy, shiny, and slippery for people with oily skin. This would be a great daily sunscreen for people with dry skin, especially people with dry, sensitive skin, because it does provide a little bit of nourishment and it doesn't contain any alcohol or fragrance. On the package, Roto say that this sunscreen is water resistant, so you can bring this to the beach or to use this for outdoor activities. Because of the slipperiness, I don't think this would work great under makeup. So if you're a makeup wearer, I think you should invest in a long wear mattifying primer if you're going to use it with this sunscreen. So all in all, I think the Sunplay Baby Mild Sunscreen would work great for people with sensitive skin and people with dry skin. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to receive notifications. If there are any sunscreens that you'd like me to review, please comment down below. I'm wishing you great health and bye-bye!